The student union officer elections are coming.
Don't forget to vote for who you want to run your students' union. Then listen to Raw as the results are announced live on the 12th of February.
The Big Decision 2011.
Only on Raw.
Hello and welcome to the Nature Hour. It is Wednesday morning. My name is Arthur Daintree.
Arthur Daintree is back at last.
His name is Luke Bantock, and we have a veritable... No, I'm not going to say it again. I say it every week. I'm not going to say it. We've got lots of nature-based fact article brilliance coming your way in the next hour, including we've got the A to Z of animals. We're on J. I'll let you guys guess what that one is.
Oh, yeah. Already got his guesses in.
Oh.
He's got one.
No, I'm pretty sure Arthur would have picked the jellyfish. I have not. Keep guessing. Come on.
Keep
I want
guessing.
them to keep rolling.
I don't actually know what Arthur's is, so I'm going to have to start guessing as well.
Okay, so we got the A to Z animals. We're on J. We've also got nature-based articulate, if Luke remembered it. We also have...
I did, don't worry.
We also have news articles, the latest off the presses about, everything in the natural world. We like to cover everything. Just like all the ranges.
In just an hour.
In an hour.
Maybe even 20 minutes because there are other features to do.
Very well compacted is what we do. We also have picture and video of the week, and that's about it. If you like.
Where can you find picture and video of the week, Arthur?
Just getting to that, Luke Bantock.
Wanted to get my voice in. You've been doing a lot of talking.
Introducing the show. Okay, I haven't been here for a week. Can cut me some slack. Okay, if you like anything that you hear on the show, then you can contact the studio by just going to the website www.radio.warwick.ac.uk and click contact the studio. You send a little email, and we'll respond to that live on air. Or if you're listening to this later for reasons
somehow,
then you can contact us on the Facebook page. Just search the Nature Hour, and we'll be the first hit, and then you can like it or comment on something, or do whatever. That's also where the picture and video of the week are uploaded. I will stop talking now so Luke can say something.
Thank you very much. I don't really have much to say because you've spoken for so long. You've covered everything I could ever cover, but yeah, you have actually covered everything. Shall we begin with A to Z of animals?
Yes,
because I don't think there's much else left to say. So you can go first this time.
We're on
I usually
J.
go first. We're on J.
Okay.
Last week we did iguana and a jellyfish big with eye that a guest presenter Nicholas Hughes did that I can't remember his name. So there have been some guesses on the emails already. Pierre's guessed jaguar, jackalope and jellyfish. He's got one out of three.
Jackalope's a good one.
Jackalope, Ubuntu. I don't know
what?
what that means. He described an Ubuntu geek. Don't know whether that means he is.
Ubuntu geek. That's Ubuntu's Linux, isn't it? It's a different operating system. Not strictly nature-based, but it's still interesting.
I don't know what that means. Okay,
never mind.
Carry on.
Okay, so I have a J animal.
You have.
Do you want to throw out some guesses? Pierre's guessed
a jaybird.
Jaybird is not
small
a jaybird.
A jackal.
Not a jackal.
You didn't like the jackal. It's too boring.
No, it didn't have enough facts on it.
You could have just talked about the film. Day of said animal.
I chose not to. Okay, come on.
There's not really many.
Do you want to know what I've picked?
Wait, no.
Let me guess.
Jerboa?
No.
Small mousy animal from the desert.
Sort of got kangaroo legs. Very interesting.
Very good. They're very cool. Very fast.
Not interesting.
Go on, then I have no idea.
Okay, what I have picked is the little bit of a cheat, perhaps, but the jumping spider.
Cheating.
Not cheating.
All right,
begins with a J. Jumping spider. Okay.
Oh, but I could say fast. No, cat for F.
Well, you could. It wouldn't
F's
be
gone, so
really
deal with it, Luke.
That wouldn't work. Okay, I picked the jumping spider. A little bit of a cheat, but jumping spiders are brilliant. I did actually do an article on them last term off crack.com, but that didn't really give them the credit they deserve.
No, sorry, I didn't mean that. I mean, did you?
I did. It was about how their eyes are magic and they can do all sorts of crazy things.
Oh yeah, you just quickly. You briefly covered them.
Yes, very briefly. I was just talking about their eyes really because they've got very.
You missed last week. I can't remember what it was. I think it was the Texas horned lizard, which shoots blood out of its eyes at its enemies.
What a weapon.
Ridiculous animal. Overly powerful.
I need to get out of trouble. Use my blast.
Use my own life source.
Exactly.
Go on then. Tell me about the jumping spider.
Right, well, The first set of facts on my thing are very boring. 500 in the jumping spider family, Salticidae. There are 500 described genera and about 5,000 described species. So it's
5,000 species within the jumping spider family.
So it is the largest family of spiders, with about 13% of all species of spider
Are jumping spiders?
are jumping
Oh,
spiders.
who
Yeah,
knew?
which is interesting, because jumping spiders don't follow the usual sort of spider routine for doing things. They don't spin webs.
But
to
they're not
catch their
all
prey.
the ones that eat birds and things like tarantulas don't. They dig holes
They do dig holes.
and then
These
they come out
ones-
and go.
yeah.
Hold on, Luke.
All right. Nice. Okay, so jumping spiders, they don't construct something to trap or get.
Let me guess what they
get their
do.
prey. You can guess what they do, Luke. Here's a hint. It's in the name, and it's not spider.
I reckon they jump on. Oh, we've seen that video, haven't we?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
I saw a lot of jumping spider pictures while researching this, and last night I did not
want to
sleep.
sleep.
I did not fall asleep well.
Go on then.
It was-
Keep talking.
Basically,
to me.
what jumping spiders do is they don't have especially muscular legs. They're not particularly strong, but they have they've got an internal hydraulic system.
Blimey.
Yeah, which means that they can extend their limbs rapidly to sort of create this large pounce that they do to catch their prey.
They've got hydraulic legs.
Yes, when it's
Equivalent.
yeah, by altering the pressure of the body fluid, which is called hemolymph within them. So basically, it's like they've got like a piston inside them. It squishes and then they fly forwards, regardless of whether they want to or not. Ah.
Here I go.
Yeah. And so what do? Is they'll hide in a flower, nice flower, or wait for the bee or whatever they want to kill to sort of-
Human.
or human
Small baby. On his face.
to sit near the flower,
Oh.
and then they'll creep up and peek their big, massive, scary eyes and fangs over the thing, their legs sort of creeping over the top, and then they'll see their prey. Then before they jump, they have a little bit of web. They attach the little bit of web to the flower as a sort of
Bungee rope.
yeah, like they call it a drag line here, filament of silk or drag line, to whatever it's standing on, and then they'll shoot off using this hydraulic system of madness. And if they miss, then they climb back up the drag line.
And do it again.
Very sheepishly.
Hope no one saw. Yeah. Got away with it. Oh no, someone saw me. Oh no.
Yeah. And then they jump on the thing and inject it with venom.
Oh, they got venom, have they?
And generally do nasty things, very nasty things. Let's see what else. Their eyes, of which they have, I think it's 9.
9 eyes.
And then they've got 4 pairs of eyes with very large anterior median eyes, which basically means they've got loads of eyes all around their head and 2 very big eyes. I was going to say my
okay.
headset's gone. 2 very big eyes in front, which they use to judge distance, but they can see 360 degrees all around them.
That's cool.
Which would mess with your brain
It would.
or their brains.
They must have superpower brains.
They've got superpower brains,
But only in regards to looking.
exactly.
They can't make very good rational decisions.
That's pretty much it. Basically, they hide with and then jump with their magic fluid and
Now, Arthur, I think I could have guessed the jumping spiders facts quite easily, simply from their name. Apart from the
couldn't have guessed they had hydraulic fluid.
oh,
Couldn't have
this is
guessed
true.
they had 360 degree vision.
But we knew that.
Couldn't have guessed that they had a bungee rope.
This is true. I'll give you that.
Exactly.
We
Thank
couldn't
you.
guess that they had a bungee rope.
Okay, so Luke Bantock, he's doing it's just one animal today?
Just the one animal.
Just the one.
There's that much stuff on it. There's not really.
It's not that much.
It's a lot about killing mainly. They're
Wonderful.
pretty. It's quite a tough animal. To be fair, the one I've picked, and it is the jaguar, the mighty Central and South American jaguar, which is very very interesting, Arthur.
I'm sure it is, Luke. Please
Just let me
indulge me.
Furiously trying to get my papers in order while filling time. One of my favourite things is that Amazonian Indians tell of jaguars emerging from the forest to play with village children. I don't think that's true.
By play, do they mean
Eat.
maul?
Yeah. I don't. Apparently not. Also, interestingly about jaguars, they very, very rarely attack humans. They only ever attack humans if they're very wounded or very old. They can't chase anything else.
By wounded and old, do you mean the humans are wounded and old?
No, the jaguars.
All right, okay.
Probably it helps if the humans are wounded and old, but they probably not as nice to eat.
Unless they take pity on the older human.
What, just put them out of their misery?
Well, no, just leave them.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes more sense. Not really taking pity on them if you maul them to death as a jaguar.
Continue.
They have the strongest jaws among cats and the strongest in all land mammals.
Strongest jaw of all land mammals.
After some sort of
I thought the hyena had
hyena has the strongest. That's why I said second strongest.
You didn't say second strongest.
It says second strongest on my page, and in my head I said second
Oh,
strongest.
I
What
see.
came out possibly wasn't the second strongest. Yeah, the hyena, Arthur is right, has the strongest. It's a special sort of hyena, but
The magic hyena of the hyenery. Come on,
looking
let's.
right at it. The spotted hyena. All that for the spotted hyena. Most of them are spotted. So it's twice the strength of a lion.
That's quite
The
impressive.
biting strength, 8,900 newtons.
But
If you can put that into context.
it's 8,900 newtons. That's like 890 kilograms
Of downforce.
of
They have a
I think.
very
Yeah.
unique way of killing and fighting, which is where
Close to a ton.
close to a ton of a ton of downforce.
Yeah.
That's quite impressive.
That's quite impressive.
They jump onto the back of them and then bite their heads, cracking their skulls
Crack your skull.
with the strength of their. And they've got big, long incisors, canines.
Fang.
Canines.
Canines are your fangs, incisors are the teeth.
Yeah,
at
they've
the
got
front.
big, long canines, and they go through your head and into your brain and kill things instantly.
Why not? Everyone else is happy with biting the neck.
No.
Everyone else.
Well, when you've got jaws that powerful, I'll tell you how it adapted it in a minute. But the name Jaguar means he who kills with one leap. Leap, kill, dead.
Dead.
That's how they roll. They adapted to have these really strong jaws by I can't remember where it was, but when they first were evolving, they were trying to crack open turtle shells. So they have this only animal, I think, obviously the hyena, but
Yeah.
one of the few that has the power to crack open a turtle shell with its jaws. That's how powerful they are.
That's a lot of
But then there's a
power.
little bit later on, it says, frankly, they may not have done this. They may have just simply reached into the shell and scooped out the flesh
Yeah, I mean, they've got claws.
like a bowl.
Yeah. Turtles and tortoises probably the only natural ready meal. Self-packaged.
Yeah. Did we make this joke last week?
If
You
you
weren't
did,
there,
I
were
wasn't
you?
there.
I seem to
I
think
did
that I
listen
may
to
have
it
made
though,
this
and I
joke.
remember going,
Yeah, at a certain point.
Also, just when you said, kills with one leap, so
Mm.
jump then kill, I just thought, well, what if they miss? Jumping Spider's got his little drag line, but Jaguar's got
They
nothing.
don't miss.
They never miss.
They don't miss. The ultimate predator. Actually, I don't know what they miss. They probably just jump on them anyway again.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Don't
Relentlessly.
Don't go back up. Just keep
Relentlessly
charging.
attacking. They have no non-human predators except possibly the anaconda. A fight between an anaconda and a jaguar would be horrific.
It would. I wouldn't like to see that.
Big jaguar being eaten by an anaconda would.
Well, it like squeezes around because once
Is an anaconda the one that eats you whole or the one that squeezes you?
it squeezes you, then eats you whole. Because obviously, if you're still struggling,
But I
when
thought a
it's trying
boa
to eat
constrictor
you,
squeezed you.
they all yeah.
But
Like,
some of them, I
Some
suppose they've got to kill you
snakes,
somehow,
some
haven't
snakes kill you with venom.
Poison.
Some and then I don't know.
they? Then eat you.
Then eat you whole, and then some snakes squeeze you and then
Eat you whole. Fair enough.
But like, what would a jaguar do once a snake's got round it? Because it can't. It's not
Bite.
got. Yeah, but.
Yeah, it's going to be around here at some point. Oh.
I suppose. And then the snake's in half.
Yeah, then who's laughing? What else have we got on the... They are versatile predators and they eat animals ranging from frogs, mice, birds, fish, deer, to caiman, tapir, and then another sheet goes on to say that they kill/eat. Oh no.
This is kill for sport.
Kill for sport. They also kill tapirs. If you know what a tapir is, do you know?
A little pig thing.
It's
with
not a
funny,
little
it's like an
pig.
elephant
It's
nose thing.
massive pig with
Ah.
elephant nose and two massive
tusks.
Yeah,
He's
tusks.
just doing the line.
Doing like
the
the rock
rock
sign
symbol.
in front of my face. I've seen one of these. Jaguar is very close to my heart actually because I've been to Belize where they exist. It's taken me 10 weeks to whip this fact out, but
Here it is.
and we saw some jaguars and things like that. So and we saw some tapirs as well, and they are massive. No, peccaries, sorry, and they are massive and scary. So the fact that a jaguar can kill them puts into context how tough they are.
You said you saw jaguar in the wild, and you're still alive.
No, not in the wild. We saw them in the zoo, and then we heard them in the wild. Because later on it says, like other big cats, the jaguar is capable of roaring, and does so to warn territorial and mated competitors away. Impressive bouts of counter-calling between individuals have been observed in the wild. I've observed that. I've experienced it, and it was terrifying. That's all I'll say on it, because I don't want to gloat.
I want to go to the jungle.
Yeah. Also, this is just for me, and maybe I should save this till the song's on, but I'm not going to. There's one piece of research referenced in a thoroughly well-referenced Wikipedia article about Coxcomb Basin Wildlife Sanctuary in Belize, which is where I've been. Been there. That's where all the jaguars are. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gloating. But
good. That's
I think
nice.
What time is it? 20 past.
Belize.
I have. All right. What do you want from me? Have you got anything else on yours? I'll just see if I've got anything.
No, there isn't that much more on jumping spiders, other than if you look for a picture of a jumping spider, you'll be horrified, because most of them are jumping spiders peeking over the top of things in a sort of a relatively ominous way. What is the difference between a jaguar and a panther, Luke Bantock?
I believe a panther is the same as a jaguar, but a panther is one of the ones that has. I was going to mention this as a fact, but it's not very interesting. Sorry, Arthur.
That's fine.
Where's he gone? A melanism occurs in jaguars, though the affected individuals are not entirely black, and a close inspection reveals the distinct coat pattern. So, what am I doing? Jaguars and pumas, did you say? Or jaguars and panthers?
Pumas are mountain lions.
As far as I'm aware, a puma is just a black jaguar.
Panther.
Yeah.
Nice.
A panther is a black jaguar in the same way that you can get black cheetahs or leopards, one of the two. You can get the same sort of genetic variation in what they're completely black.
Okay. Black cheetah would be bizarre, I think.
Probably a black
leopard.
Probably a black leopard then. I was going to say a black panther. Always black. All these cat words are confusing me. But yeah, that's the difference. I believe there's not a huge amount.
Alright, so they're the same sort of thing, but one of them's darker.
Pretty much, yes. Might have to look that up though.
That's jumping spiders and jaguars and possibly panthers.
Indeed.
Like
So,
pretty
should
much
we play
it.
a song?
Yes, I think.
And then when we come back, we will do our nature articles for the week.
Yes.
Yes?
That
sounds good. Okay, this is Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin with Think.
Go to radio.warwick.ac.uk/listen.
This is Raw.
Bill Oddie does not hunt because the word hunting infers the probability of failure. Bill Oddie goes killing. Badly.
I'm very sorry, Arthur. I thought that was the end of you. I thought that was your punchline. It was just poor timing by myself. I'm very sorry about that. Do you want to do it again?
No.
Bill Oddie doesn't go hunting because hunting implies failure.
The probability of failure. Bill Oddie goes killing.
I'm very sorry.
Luke.
Sorry, everyone.
I've got to work with.
At least well, whatever. We'll have this argument off air.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Nature Hour on Warwick, 12:51 AM, or radio.warwick.ac.uk. If you like what you hear, go on the website and click on the Contact the Studio button and let us know what you think or what you'd like us to talk about or anything like that. Or on the Facebook page, which is The Nature Hour on Facebook. And you'll see the picture and video of the week, which we'll talk about later. Or you can comment or add any of your own pictures or videos or anything you think we'd like or you like. So, shall we move on to our next feature?
Yes.
After staring longingly at the email board.
No, it's fine. Yes, no, features. We'll do the news.
It is not the news.
Some news.
Animal news.
Animal news.
Pretty much nature news, shall we say. That is almost always animal based. Because animals are more interesting than fauna. Flora, yes. Flora. Fauna is much more interesting. So Arthur's going to kick us off because he's got quite a few articles.
I do. They're all very short.
Short and melancholy? Or just one is melancholy?
One of them is melancholy. You might have... it's about huskies in...
I saw this.
In Whistler. It's very sad.
I don't really understand it, though.
And the BBC article doesn't really give the whole picture, but that's where I got it from on this piece of paper. And what's happened is Canadian police are investigating the reported killing of 100 huskies, and I mean that's a sad fact on its own, because they're killing these huskies because in the 2010 Winter Olympics that were held
I suppose so.
in Canada, they got loads of huskies.
Canada.
They got loads of huskies to pull tourists around on dog sleds because
That's how you get around in Canada.
Well, no, they got cars and things.
All right, but it just looks cool.
Yeah, and they thought, this business is going to boom, so we're going to have lots of huskies. So they got lots of huskies, and now the Winter Olympics are over and there's no tourists left. They've got all these huskies, but they're too expensive to keep.
Oh,
so
no.
So they would, instead of selling them on, they just killed them, which is horrible.
That's
really.
painfully sad.
But it's worse when you realise how they killed them.
Do we want to realise this?
Well,
yes, we do.
Yes, this is important. And what happened was they got an employee of this slug dog company to kill the dogs all on his own, which is horrible.
Oh man!
And he was meant to.
Was it a he?
Well, apparently, yes. Right. And he was meant to just and kill them as humanely as possible. But because there are 100 of them, he must have
Cut some corners.
Got tired and cut some corners because apparently all the dogs were thrown into a mass grave. But before he buried them, he saw that there were dogs in there who were still wounded, lying amongst the other dogs. So he had to wade in there, and it's a nasty, nasty thing to have to do. And they could have approached the problem of having too many huskies in so many different ways.
Sell them to me.
Yeah, I'd have 50 at least.
Arthur, tell us about the person in your area that you used to live in who used to drive a pack of huskies to your street.
Back when I was a wee nipper, a wee bairn.
Stop saying that. You said that on the radio like 3 times whenever you tell a story from home, even if it was like a week ago.
No, it's this was back. How old's year 4?
For me, it's when I'm 14 in 2004. For you, it's probably 2003.
Okay, so I was from like the age
when
ages,
you were 14. Sorry, but
yeah,
in 2003.
from ages 1 or from ages 0 to 14. My dad had a secretary. Working, he worked sort of within our house's grounds. It was a vicarage, so we had lots of space, and it was in the countryside. It was wonderful. Anyway, and this secretary would come into work every day on a sort of tricycle thing that was pulled by a team of 8 huskies.
Wow!
Every day.
I bet that was fast.
It was so
What did
cool.
the huskies do when their owner was at work?
They sit around in her office and gambol and play, and it was brilliant. And I think we
gamble.
Gambol.
I think they got some cards out, or watching the dogs.
Like the famous,
probably the horse racing.
Like the famous picture.
Yeah, exactly.
But all huskies, different coloured eyes. But no, it was brilliant. And
huskies and farmers wear molt a lot, though. Their fur comes off a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of fur in her office,
I
but she loved
so.
huskies, and they were brilliant. And
makes that story a little bit sadder.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's
the one you not your one, but I mean the one about the one in Canada.
It's a shame that they could have dealt with it in any other way, but they chose not to.
Yeah.
And now the people responsible for making this employee do it are probably going to go to jail a long time.
Is the employee?
Hmm?
Is the employee going to go to jail?
I'm not sure.
That's an interesting ethical question for you.
Yeah, but
Could he have refused, like the prison camp guards at Auschwitz?
I'm not. I'm not sure, but it says the company Outdoor Adventures is going to be in
a lot of trouble,
in the troubles.
And rightly so. Could have given them to Battersea Dogs Home or anything like
exactly. 100 huskies.
100. Could deal with it. Just going rampant, running everywhere, howling at the top of their voices.
A team.
Yeah. Or with a sled on the back, just for anyone to join. They should get them in London to take people around. Probably not the ideal environment for huskies, but
huskies are
better than dying.
Why not? Yeah, it is better than
a lot of places to gamble. Than Las Vegas.
Gamboling, playing, like rolling around.
I didn't know that phrase, but yes.
You do a story. Go.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this because I've got one and a very, very short one, which is just about one cool animal. But
okay.
We'll do mine, which is about. I think this got mentioned last night when we were talking about it. The Siamese fighting fish.
Yes. Or Japanese fighting fish, depending on...
These ones are Siamese.
I see, okay.
Does that mean they're all attached to each other?
Not everything
Whatever.
Siamese.
What
is
does
a fact.
Siamese mean? Oh, you can get Siamese cats, can't
It's
you?
from Siam, perhaps.
I don't know what that is. Anyone knows at home? The point of the phrase Siamese, we
Near
would be
Vietnam?
very curious. That's not Siam. That's something else in Vietnam.
Somewhere, something. Near.
Anyway,
Never mind.
this is the ramblings. Siamese fighting fish are so aggressive. They have the dubious distinction of being perhaps the only aquatic animal whose fights are the subject of organised gambling. So they are that willing to fight and have that much propensity to fight each other that they can.
Don't stop.
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
Siam is the name of old Thailand.
Ah, there we go.
Thank you, Pierre. So it was sort of like Vietnam,
Yeah.
I mean, as much as it's in that area of the world. Anyway, yes. Fighting fish will swim through rings or down runways for a chance to have a proper arrival and will even attack their own reflection. So these are angry fish.
Wow.
And the point of the story is they've sort of developed that that these fish are mental and fight a lot, and that they have their own distinct personality styles, which leads to their own fighting styles.
Oh.
Yet a predilection. Is that how you pronounce that word? Predilection? Predilection? For using their sharp teeth to tear opponents apart and their tails to beat them to a pulp.
Wow.
A new study suggests that differences in their fish's fighting styles reflects distinct personalities. Very interesting. Some attack furiously and constantly like boxers, pummeling their opponents into submission, while others are more considered, carefully watching their opponents and deciding when to strike, like martial artists waiting for a sign of weakness.
Ah.
So they've got these two types of fish, and they define them as what's the phrase they use? Persistent, obviously the ones who just go constantly like a boxer, just relentlessly attacking, or sporadic, the ones who take regular breaks to lurk somewhere away from their neighbours, who just basically go a bit lazy. The persistent ones apparently patrol their territory relentlessly, persistently, almost constantly, and if anyone comes in they fight them immediately without even thinking about anything. But the sporadic ones patrol for a bit and then have a bit of a lie down and think, I better have a rest. Don't need this right now.
So they're either martial artists or lazy.
No, the martial artists are the ones who take their time, and because
okay.
they make the point that the ones who the sporadic ones are more inclined to eye up their competition for a while before doing anything. They say this may seem like a better strategy, but it requires constant vigilance to work. If two sporadic fish who each happen to lose their last conflicts were to meet, they might both infer that the other is weak and attack relentlessly. So
got it.
Yeah, and they got these animals. They took them out of their own habitat and put them in a new habitat, and then compared their behaviour, and the animals showed the same behavioural characteristics. I don't remember the word characteristics in the new environment, which suggests they have sort of inherent behaviours or learned behaviours, which would be one of the few animals to have behaviours.
Really?
Like distinct, no, not behaviours, distinct personalities.
Oh, I see.
If confirmed, Siamese fighting fish will have to be added to the ever-growing list of animals that seem to have distinct personalities.
Fair enough. That's actually quite interesting, because you wouldn't usually associate fish with sort of intelligent.
Or even like variation. You would think that all fish do the same, all follow the same pattern, but
Swim
clearly
in
not.
A school of fish run away
Follow
from
what everyone
bigger
does.
fish.
It'd be quite interesting to know whether they think it's natural or learned, but they don't tell me that.
Bred by gambling huskies,
Yeah.
all sitting around the fish bowl.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to eat him. I'm really hungry. I wish. Right, Arthur.
That is what that was.
Should we give us? Should we? You do your one.
Oh yeah, I've got two. I won't do both of them. Okay, so I'll just read out the titles, and you've got to decide which one. Okay. First article is from the Discovery Channel, and it's titled "Shark Says Killer Whale."
Okay.
Okay, so that one's from the Discovery Channel, I think. And New Scientist provided me with sterile giant tortoises used as Galapagos lawn mowers.
I've read both of these.
You read both of them? Damn it.
Oh no, I've read the second one. Let's have the first one. Shark says killer whale. Let's hear about that.
It's really short, but I liked it. not just for the title, but for the for describing what's happened. Basically, orcas or killer whales have been damaging their teeth by eating crunchy, abrasive food. And
I imagine you don't mean sort of things like rocks.
well, no, it's the article
Very
starts.
stale bread.
Article starts like a child eating too many jawbreaker candies.
Okay.
But they're
The
not.
Discovery Channel write their articles quite well, to be fair to
But
them.
the orcas aren't eating candy; they're eating sharks. Crunch, crunch. Basically, orcas in the northeast Pacific have been chowing down, to coin a phrase, on the sluggish deep sea Pacific sleeper shark. It's not the sort of shark you usually hear
The
about.
sluggish deep sea
very
sleeper shark. I
sleepy.
guess the sloth version of the
Yeah.
shark.
But dining on shark delicacies comes at a price
I bet it does.
of hurt teeth. Basically, sharks have very, very rough skin. We know this.
Do we? Sharks have very rough skin. We now know this.
Now we know that sharks have very rough skin. It's to do with improving
Warmth?
Surface
area?
not warmth, not surface area. As far as I know, it helps them swim through the water more effectively. It is like the imperfections on the skin, the roughness of their skin, is like why golf balls have little dimples in them.
To make them fly better.
Yeah,
Things
it
like
makes
that.
them fly further because it creates vortices on the surface which help it speed up through
Oh,
the
that's
water.
really interesting,
Which
actually.
is very interesting. And instead of having little dents like a golf ball, sharks have denticles. Teeth-like structures embedded on the shark's skin, which grind down the whale's teeth. And
They don't learn though, do they? They do it
No.
once and go, that really helped. But it tasted
Yeah.
so good.
Love shark.
Like a child with a jawbreaker candy, effectively.
Yep. A lot like a child. Some older whales have been found with their teeth ground all the way down to their gums. So they don't have
Still
any
going
teeth
for it
left.
though. This is really, really difficult.
And the what's his name? John Ford, a whale biologist,
That's a cool job.
says that the old whales still get food, but they work as a team with the young whales. And and I quote: It may be that the young whales have to do most of the work. The older ones are just probably gumming away at the liver. Come on now. Come on, John Ford.
Use some more scientifically. You wouldn't put that in your journal article, would you? Gumming away at the liver.
We're like an old, like an elderly gent trying to eat a steak.
A
Where's
tough
my
steak as well.
dentures?
Wow, gumming away at the liver.
Yep.
What a wonderful phrase.
And that is... Ooh, that made an odd noise. And that is...
Is
shark, says killer whale.
and then crushes her teeth on it.
Ah.
My article isn't. It seems like a strange article to put. I've got another one.
Okay.
On. It seems to have been a big article written about them, but it's simply just describing the life of a sperm whale.
I see.
They're quite interesting. It's also slightly to do with these infamous fights that sperm whales have with giant squids, or as they're known, krakens. I didn't know they were known about that, but apparently
Really?
they're called krakens. Yeah.
I see.
One of the combatants is a kraken, the largest invertebrate known to exist, a colossal squid over 12 metres in length. Now you think, 12 metres, quite impressive.
Pretty big.
But then you also think, a lot of it is just tentacles that can't really do much. They sting you, but they're not going to. And then you hear that a sperm whale is 20 metres long. And you think, that seems a little bit unfair. Now, Arthur, this is the main reason why I picked this article.
Okay.
Do you know why a sperm whale is called a sperm whale?
Is it because their body shape is sort of like
Similar
it tapers to a point, like a
No.
sperm?
It's named after the creamy sperm-like fluid found in its head.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So many... How do you find that out? What
Sperm-like fluid.
in its head, not where its brain should be, but there's sperm in there instead. Now, I'm glad I knew that piece of information, and anyone on Wednesday morning at what is now 10:40, you'll be glad as well to hear that piece of information.
What does this sperm-like sticky fluid do
It doesn't do. It actually does some stuff. Like it's got an evolutionary point. They use the sperm fluid is called spermaceti.
Okay.
It's used to focus loud clicks, which the whales uses for echolocation. So whales use echolocation. Fair enough. They can be over 230 decibels, making them the loudest sound produced by any living thing.
Wow, that is quite loud.
Some people have suggested they use it to stun their prey. But when they played the prey to animals in the lab, there was no effect, so that is a pointless sentence. The spermaceti also cushions the whale's head. In particular males, which have much more of the stuff than the females do, obviously. This allows fighting males to ram into each other when fighting, and they've got cushions, effectively, spermy cushions on their heads to protect them from any serious damage.
Not my I don't think it would be my first choice of sort of padding.
Your own bodily fluid. Yeah, I know. You'd think that you'd some cushion.
Well, we have brain fluid that protects our brains, so they've sort of got brain fluid.
Yeah, but if someone rammed my head, it wouldn't be softened by my brain fluid.
Oh no, but your brain would be protected.
I don't think that's what this is. I think this is on the outside, though.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although no one has ever seen a whale fight a colossal squid. Never been caught on camera and it's never been seen. They only think it happens because they find colossal squids in the stomachs of whales. But they could just have eaten a dead one. So for all we know, this article may be a complete fabrication.
It could be, but
I don't want it to be.
Yeah, I'm happy with it not being
an absolutely massive fight between a sperm whale and a...
If you look at the dimensions, it's not the biggest fight. It's like me having a fight with someone half my size,
slightly to half your size,
while I'm wearing a helmet.
And I've got really strong, massive teeth. The largest mammal with teeth, I'll have you know, the sperm whale.
Oh really?
Blue whale is bigger but has no teeth.
Doesn't have teeth.
It gums away at things.
It doesn't gum. You fool. It's like the baleen plates or something. It's big sort of hairy structures in their mouth which filter out the
toothless
plant.
baleen whales.
That's the one.
They just go
Yep.
and anything they do actually, don't they? Anything that flows in, they eat. Deal with it.
It all gets trapped in their hairy.
We've
mouth
talked about
things.
this before, but the British the Natural History Museum, is that the one with a huge whale in? Worth going simply to see that and be scared.
It's brilliant.
It's a very good museum. So if anyone is in London and listening to the show, go and visit the giant blue whale in the Natural History Museum. It's 18 minutes to, so we haven't got long left. We'll play a song, and then
Nature Articulate.
When we come back, we'll talk about the picture and video of the week.
Oh yeah.
And we shall also play the infamous Nature Articulate, which went reasonably well last week, I think.
Can't remember what happened last week.
I think Nick got 6.
Oh.
But I had some difficult clues, so what can you do? But here is Bon Iver with Skinny Love, and when we come back, we've got some more features for you.
And hopefully Luke won't ruin my beautiful...
Well, I can't promise that, Arthur. I'm sorry.
Across campus and around the world.
Your music.
Your sport.
Your news.
Your number one procrastination station.
12:51 a.m.
It's your Raw.
The chief export of Biloddy is pain.
Just left a little gap there before I put the thing on, just to make sure there wasn't another line. Welcome back to the Nature Hour on 12:51 a.m.
12:51 a.m.
or radio.warwick.ac.uk. Thank you, Arthur. We're coming up to the end of the show, so we've only got about 13 minutes left. So we've got a couple of features we want to cover quickly. On the Facebook page, The Nature Hour on Facebook, there's a picture and video that's been uploaded this morning. Arthur, would you like to talk about which one would you like to talk about? I'll give you the choice.
Well, you can bash on me for using a similar picture, so I'll talk about the video.
Okay.
Because bashing's always entertaining. The video this week on the Facebook page it's called. I didn't like the title. It's called the Jesus.
Did you not like that?
The Jesus Christ lizard.
I thought that was quite a clever name. What time why you didn't like it?
Well, only if you believe that there was a man called Jesus Christ who could walk on water.
And who are you to say there wasn't?
Well, I'm
me, because I believe it's science.
I don't believe that it happened. So, but let's not.
But the myth of it, we can still use the myth.
Let's not tar this show with religious debate.
Yes.
What there is a picture of a baby basilisk lizard. I
Yes.
think it's called a basilisk
It is
lizard.
a basilisk lizard.
Running across water.
Mm.
And it's just,
And it's ridiculously
it's just
cool.
really good.
If he doesn't it use it to escape predators?
Yeah.
I'd like to see a video where a predator went to chase him, and they were chasing, and he would carried on running on water, and the animal just went. Think that's happened? Think they've caught that on film?
It must
Surely.
happen at some point.
Surely, we'll try and find that.
So yeah, it's basically just it's a National Geographic thing with a sort of reporter going, well,
Has it got a very American commentary going on it?
The young basilisk lizard has got a trick up its sleeve.
Yeah, it does tend to ruin the videos a little bit,
If
but
only it was David Attenborough. But
gently whispering.
exactly.
And the other picture is quite a cool one that Arthur's found of an Arctic fox, I assume, not a local English fox, in a very cold place. I don't know if it's Antarctic or Arctic. Jumping from sheets of one north, the
North
Arctic.
Pole, Arctic. Yep.
So jumping from from one sheet of ice to another, with really seemingly no set destination. It looks like when he lands, he's just reached the end of the world.
Well, the bigger ice floe. Well, he's on a very small ice floe, and he's jumping to a slightly bigger one.
Yeah,
So it's
I'll
like
be happy
moving
now.
out.
Yeah, I'm upgrading. But we just really nowhere else to go. No man is an island, but some foxes are.
Apparently.
Apparently so. Shall we play Nature Articulate, Arthur?
I think we probably should play Nature Articulate.
We'll have about 5 minutes to sum up, and we can play a song and get the next show in on time.
Yes. Go on, Nick.
Um,
Use the words.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd step in, but that's
Okay.
That's fine.
No, we before we start Nature Articulate, we will just explain what nature-based Articulate is. Basically, if you've ever played the game Articulate, I don't need to explain this to you. But if you haven't, what I have in front of me is a very large block of cards.
An optimistically large block, because we're not going to get through that many, Arthur.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
I am a skilled describer, and what I have to do is on each card there is a series of things which I have to describe, and we will be focusing on the nature-based things that I have to describe. And I have to get Luke to guess what is on my card without mentioning what letter it starts with, what it rhymes with, or the name of it, and any part of the name. So, for example, I'll look at the back card because I'm working from the front, and the back card, the clue is starfish, but I can't say fish or star or that begins with S or it rhymes with
How would you do
tish.
that? Starfish is quite a tricksy one.
Stationary underwater creature. If you cut one of its
Grows a
5
limb
limbs
back.
off, it grows straight back.
Shout.
There we go. Anyway, so that's how nature-based Articulate works. We've got 10 seconds
We'll
until
start it exactly on 52.
on the minute.
So 8 seconds.
Okay, are you ready?
Not really.
5,
No, frankly, I'm going to
4,
panic.
3, 2, 1. Come on! It is like a courgette, but much bigger. Marrow. It's a breed of dog. You get sort of
Husky?
chocolate ones.
Labrador.
Blah blah blah. Warm blood. The young drink milk.
Cows.
It's a type of
Human.
animal. Reptile.
Mammal.
Bird. Mammal. There we go. Trees have it.
Roots.
But it's
branches.
It's
leaves.
leaves, but more general. Sort of. I'm in the
Shrubbery.
foliage.
Foliage. I would have got that.
Never mind.
20 seconds.
Think. It's frozen water that falls from the sky.
Hail. Snow.
And then things
Drops.
that fall. Snowdrops. Yes. Very
It's
long
time.
incisors.
It's time, I'm afraid.
Damn.
Arthur, not a great performance today. Stuttery. Oh, how many was that?
Stuttery.
Foliage I'd have got.
Foliage you would have got. That's 5, I think. That's sad.
We didn't get that though. Foliage doesn't count.
Didn't get foliage. And what was the other one? The other one was starfish.
All right.
Yeah. That
Oh,
doesn't count.
mine, that might have been 4.
Yeah, 4.
That's
Sad.
an all-time low, isn't it?
Yeah, I was fumbling over the descriptions. It's not been a good day.
It's not been a great day.
nature-based
Well, we've
Articulate.
got a few minutes left, so
So we can just sort of bask in the misery of it all.
yeah.
No, I mean, how long do you reckon it's going to be before we can start phoning people? Because
I
that's
don't know,
what we.
but it's
that's
cold
what we,
in here now.
It is cold. So that's.
Wait, sorry, if you're not at home, we weren't allowed the phones because they didn't have the air conditioning working, which meant that the servers would be too hot if we use phones. So hopefully, when we can find out whether we can use the phones and we can start ringing people up and getting them to play, and we'll be giving the clues out, and we can get a leaderboard going. Ideally,
That's the dream.
that's the dream. Whether it'll happen or not is a different issue. So next week you won't be here again, will you, Arthur?
I won't be here
Bales
again.
Not. Do you want to
Bailey.
issue apology?
I do not apologise for having work to do.
Yeah, but the listeners will be disappointed that you can't be there.
They'll be disappointed, perhaps, that I can't be there, but we will have.
Come on, Arthur, just say sorry. I'm sorry I won't be here.
I'm sorry
next
that
week.
I won't
Wonderful.
be here. But we will have another guest presenter, possibly Nick Hughes, possibly
Probably Adam Ruskowski.
another housemate of ours, Adam Ruskowski. He's
I don't know how he'll cope with it. He's never been on the radio before.
It's not that. Actually, is it? I don't know if it's a big deal anymore.
Yeah, it's difficult to
Probably
tell. First
isn't.
time he went on it, I imagine was reasonably stressful.
Yes,
Exactly.
but that was with
with a different group. So
with a different group of people, including a presenter who perhaps wasn't the most stable individual in the world. That's all I'm saying.
But next week it will be the letter K.
Okay.
We've already come up with ideas. Maybe a koala bear. Maybe a
I think koala bear would suit Adam quite well.
Yeah, it would. Or what else is there? There was another one we thought of last night.
Cat. No, not cat.
Cat, maybe, probably
Kitten.
not. Kitten, small cat. But
We'll think something up.
We'll think of
Capybara.
Kookaburra.
Capybara. I think it's like a big, like one of the biggest rodents. It could be something completely
Like
different.
one of those giant rats they found
Yeah.
in the Sun newspaper.
Really
It's as
big
big
rats.
as you.
No, it's not found in England. They live in the Amazon, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, doesn't everything? Lungs of the earth.
Yeah. No, Adam Ruskowski. I don't know. He's not the biggest sort of nature enthusiast, but he does get very excited about very specific animals.
Yeah, he does. The koala bear, I could imagine him getting very passionate about. He wanted us to bring P forward so we could do panda bear, but we told him that that's completely not going to happen. So should we wrap up, Arthur?
I think we should.
Thank you very much for listening.
We will wrap up early, and we will leave you in the very capable hands of the presenters of You Cannot Dance to a Moustache.
Indeed. And I hope you'll be back next week to listen to. Also, a quick apology. Someone requested a song, New York State of Mind, and we haven't got it, which is why we didn't play it. Sorry about that.
Can't
Yes.
apologise for Raw's shortcomings.
We cannot. But thank you very much for listening, and I hope you will be back next week, where it will be myself and Adam, I believe. Okay.
All right, okay, let's put on a song.